Good morning, everyone. I am Timmy 10 Gallon, and today I'm going to show you how to make 10-gallon Texas homemade dog food. It's a very basic recipe. We're using 3 Instapots so we can make 3 batches at the same time. These will probably make between 55 and 60 servings of the food for the dog. And the ingredients on this very basic recipe are 80-20 ground beef. I get about 10 pounds here, 10 cans of peas, 2 big bags of brown rice, and about 8 pounds of carrots. The hardest part of this recipe is removing the top from 10 cans of peas. By the time I'm done with this, my arms are
easily tired. Of course, you could use an electric caliper, but that would take a lot of the fun.
okay. Now that that's done, since we're going to cooking ground beef, you can use any type of meat. Sometimes I use ground beef. Oftentimes I will look for a different, cheaper option of chicken, stew meat, some things like that. This time we're going to use ground beef. The key to using ground beef in the pressure cooker is this little deal that's in the bottom of the pressure cooker. Put it in because it keeps the ground beef from sticking and burning. So the first thing you want to do is add about a cup and a half of water to each one of them. Again, the key is to keep it from burning down on the bottom of the pot. We are going to add water to this later as well, but just want to make sure that we've got the bottom of this covered. This guy's upside down. We'll flip him the right way. And this guy is fine. Okay, so as you can tell, my 3 Instapots are not the same size. These 2 are larger. This one's a little bit smaller. So I have to kind of adjust accordingly when I'm making this. So we want to cook about 10 pounds of ground beef all told. This one is, this is 3.5 pounds. So we'll simply place this on top. We will do the same for the others. Like that. The third one, like that. And then we have about a pound left over. So I'm going to use this extra pound and I'm going to break it up between the two larger cookers. And I'm saving the rest for a pasta that I'm making for my wife and not my dog later on tonight. Okay, then I pour in the peas. I leave the water in the peas. Two peas. Ooh. Gotta make sure you get the lid out. The lids fall. One. Two. Okay, then I hold off on the remaining peas because I want to get the rice in there, and I want to make sure the rice is good and cooked once we get this thing started. So these are the larger 2-pound bags of rice. I do about half a bag in each one. Like that. And at the end, all of these are going to be mixed together to put in individual packets. So, put about a half of the rice in this one, and we're about good. So now, we put in a couple bags. This is a 2-pound bag of carrots. So we'll put one of those in each, or as much as we can. And that takes this one close to the top, and we still have to add some more peas. Like, that's okay. And then we have a couple more. Put in the carrots, like such. Excuse me. Now we put the peas, the remaining peas back in. Oh, that's gonna be good. This one looks like it could use a little more peas or carrots, so we're gonna pour more carrots in. And it can probably use a little more peas. So I'll pour that in. Okay, now we want to put water to the point where the mixture is floating. So you can just start to see the water come up. Just like that. Just like that. Maybe a little more on this guy. Like that. So that's it. We cover it. We put it on pressure cook. We let it cook for about 25 minutes, and then we let it vent naturally. And when it's done, I will show you the next steps as far as mixing it together and getting ready to bag it. In the background, you can hear my lovely golden retriever, Red, who I'm making this food for. See you in a minute. Okay, Timmy 10 Gallon, I'm back after pressure cooking the Texas dog food. It should look something like that and smell good. Next step is to stir up the ingredients and remove the tray that the meat sat on, which may be a little tricky. So we will use a serving fork to get it out. Try to make as little of a mess as possible. And look at that. There it is. Okay, what we want to do is we want to stir it up to make sure that all the ingredients are in there, all ingredients are cooked, and that they're at all the different levels, which they are. Then the key is I take the handheld blender and I blend all of the ingredients into one, which one combines the ingredients so each bite tastes the same, and two, it makes it easy for packing and storing. Stir one more time. Ouch, that's hot. Stir one more time to make sure that we have everything. There might be some big pieces of carrot, or if you're using sweet potatoes in some of the recipes, you want to make sure that those all get mixed in as well. Back at it. The other thing that this does is it mixes up all of the oil and all of the water, so it doesn't separate, it all becomes part of the mixture. And when you're done, it should look something like that. Now, I need to repeat the process for the other two Instapots. Let it set to cool. I usually let it set for 2, maybe 3 hours to cool down before trying to package the dog food. So I'm gonna put this on pause. We'll come back to package. One thing that I tried to mention is I try to get each meal, I try to get about 60 meals out of this. It's usually between 55 and 60. And I try to get it so each meal is down to about $1.25, maybe $1.35 per serving. So we'll see in a little bit. Okay, so our meat has cooled, our dog food is cooled for a couple hours. It's ready to be put in individual baggies and put in the freezer. Couple words of advice. Pre-open the baggies. You know you got about 50 or so servings in here. Pre-open the baggies. Also splurge on the lock mechanism, not the, you know, where you just do it with your fingers. I don't know if they use Hefty or whatever, Ziploc, whatever the bag is. Hey buddy, you want to come say hi? Come on up here. You want to say hi? Come on, up. This is who it's all about right here. Food for this fella, and he's going to be hungry and ready to eat it. All right, good boy. And then as far as getting it in the bag, I've tried a couple different methods, including using a sausage stuffer that really didn't save any time and just made more of a mess. So I went very low tech, and I took a plastic to-go cup from a restaurant and cut the bottom out of it to use kind of as, I guess kind of as a funnel. So I just put it in there, put the serving in there, and you kind of guess by size as you do it. And then I always just lay it flat, zip it so that way it's flat come time to freeze it. So again, just put this in here, scoop the dog food in, maybe a little bit more, shake it down so it's about that size, and I just flatten it out, zip it, and I make sure that it's good and cool before I put it in the freezer so they don't freeze to themselves. I'll show you the finished product shortly. And here's what the finished product looks like. We got 55 bags of healthy, nutritious dog food for about $1.50 a serving. Now the big test. What do you think, Red? You want to try some? You want to try some, buddy? How is it? He says it's pretty good. Till next time. Bye.